What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Tunnel Vision. We back. I got a couple minutes before I gotta get a couple things all situated and get the hell out of here. So I thought I'd do a video real quick. Kovalev versus Canelo Alvarez has been confirmed. November the 2nd. It's going down at 175. Hopefully there's no rehydration clause. If there is, Kovalev is out of here. It's done. Infinito. Canelo can come in there. You know what I'm saying? Hit him one of those sissy punches. He's going to be curled up on the floor if there's any kind of rehydration clause, or if he has to weigh in under 175 pounds. If there's any kind of catch weight, it's a done deal. It's over for that boy. If they don't have that and everything's in the up and up, it could be interesting. As far as Canelo Alvarez, even though he's moving up in weight, it's kind of weird. It might still be the favorite in this fight. It's weird, but yeah, he's jumping up in weight, but he's a big dude. He has fought at 168 pounds before. He's a big guy. He weighs a lot. He has to cut down a whole lot of weight to even come down to 160. So it's not like he's going to have some kind of mage size disadvantage when it comes to that fight. He's going to have a height disadvantage. You know, he's going to have a reach disadvantage. I don't know, man. This could go either way. You know what I mean? Kovalev has had a rough couple of fights. Took a couple of L's, back-to-back. Getting stopped. You know, came back, rematch against whatever the hell that dude's name is. Won that fight in the rematch, and then after that, in his last fight against Yard, he won that fight, but he did take a lot of damage. If Yard had made just a couple of adjustments, he could have knocked out Kovalev. So pretty much Canelo, what he's seeing is like, hey, this guy has a weak body. I got a nice body attack. I'm going to come in there. I'm going to beat him up, and I'm going to stop him. That's what's going through Canelo Alvarez's head. I'm going to be able to get this title, another weight division, make history. You know, that's what he's looking at it as. My only thing is that this has been a weird kind of year. You know, this been, you know, hashtag cherry picking going wrong. That's what's been happening this year. Heard thought he had an easy breezy win against J. Rock Williams. That's why he picked him. He was supposed to fight Charlo after he got his belt. You know, he wanted to do some other things, get some other fights in there. And this is one of the ones that he wanted to get in before doing the unification with Charlo. He did that. Didn't work out well for him. Took a L. Rematch is supposed to be happening. He's not even doing a rematch anymore because of, you know, how one-sided that fight was. That's number one. Number two, we got that boy over there, you know, Anthony Joshua. Joshua, see, I have 4 belts, and Wilder only has 1 belt. He has to be financially realistic. Yeah, well, Ruiz hit you with some realism. You know what I'm saying? That check left hook, them shots to the body, put your ass out of there. You know? Cherry picking went wrong. You know, even Harrison and Charlo actually did want, you know, to take on the best. He was trying to do a unification with Hurd, but even him, he took a loss. It was another fight where he was supposed to win. He took a loss. Manny Pacquiao was an underdog against Keith Thurman. You know, a lot of people thought that Keith Thurman was going to win that fight. A lot of people thought, yeah, it's a 50-50, but at the same time, the mindset was if Keith Thurman comes in there and Keith Thurman is Keith Thurman, he's going to beat Manny Pacquiao. That didn't work out that way. Manny Pacquiao won that fight. You know, Adonis Steven in his last fight, you know, he almost died. You know what I'm saying? Against a contender. So we have to see what happens with this particular fight. Things might not work out, you know, with Canelo the way that he thinks is going to work out. It might not work out the way he thinks it's going to work out because Canelo has a lot of issues with movement. Canelo has a lot of issues with somebody who has a good jab, you know, can stay on the jab, keep good movement, come with the straight right, you know, can hit you into the body if they have to. You know, this guy can do that. Number two, people are probably not thinking about is Canelo Alvarez stamina issues. Canelo Alvarez has a lot of stamina issues. And even when he fought against Chavez Jr., and he fought him at a higher weight, I think it was like a 164, he gassed out in that fight. He completely gassed out in that fight. And him coming all the way up to 175 pounds, he might not necessarily have the same power or the same strength that he did at 160 or 154. You know, if that's the case, if he doesn't bring anything to the table that's able to hurt Klitschko, I mean, why am I calling him Klitschko? Kovalev, And on top of that, if Kovalev is able to hurt him because of punches that Kovalev's going to hit him with, it's going to be completely different than what he's been used to getting hit with. You know what I'm saying? This is a different type of power at 175 than you're going to feel at 160. Especially at 160 when you're basically always the bigger guy. You know, when you're the one that's always outweighing people at 160 and also at 154. It's going to be different. You know, and stamina-wise, is that man going to last? He might gas out the second half of that fight. You know, he might gas out. But it might not get to the second half of that fight. If he's able to get inside of Kovalev, beat up that body, Kovalev will be out of there. Kovalev has no body. You catch him in that body, he's out of there. You know, he curls up and he's done. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Everybody knows that now. That boy cannot take it to the body at all. You know, a lot of questions, man. A lot of questions to be asked, man. A lot of different things that could happen in that fight, you know. So I'm still interested in the fight. I would rather him fight Charlo, you know, instead of dropping his WBC belt. I would rather have him fought Demetrius Andrade, for undisputed. You know, he could have been, you know, that he wanted to make history. He could have did that history. You know, first Mexican to be undisputed at 160 pounds. Has there even been a Mexican that's been undisputed before? You know, but, you know, he could have did that. Then after doing that, he could have went up to 168 and did some things. Fought the guys up there. Then he could have came up to 175. I don't think he even needed to come up to 175. But he had other things on his mind. There's other things that he wanted to do. This is one of them. He's seeing this guy as, you know, a cherry that's ready to be picked. Let's be real. You know, he's seeing this as an easy win for him. He can come in there, he can beat this guy up, and he can stop him and take that title. You know, and Kovalev has to come in there understanding that you're not going to win any rounds. They're giving all the rounds to Canelo Alvarez. Even if you drop that boy, they still giving him the round. So we have to see what happens with that. You know, he has to come in there understanding, yo, I got to stop this boy because they're not going to give me the fight. But, you know, we have to see first. We have to see what the details of this contract is. You know, Canelo Alvarez is big with rehydration clauses. He doesn't care who you are. You know, he doesn't care who you are, how much of a bum you're supposed to be. If you got any kind of size of you, he's putting rehydration clause on you. He's usually putting a catch weight on you. So we have to see what the details of that contract is. But if everything is in the up and up with that fight, I think it's going to be a good fight. And it's a fight that I'm definitely, not the fight I wanted from Canelo, but it's still a fight that I'm interested in. You know, but, you know, he's seeing this. Kovalev is the weak link. Kovalev gets stopped by every single champion at 175 pounds within 6 rounds. Within 6 rounds. Doesn't matter who it is. Bivol, Beterbiev, or that dude that almost killed, whatever the hell his name is, from Canada. All right? But he's, quote, the weak link. But this has been a weird year, man. This year in boxing has been crazy. It's been real weird. Upset city left and right when it's come to 2019. It's been upset city. So we have to see, man. I definitely will be watching. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag could be cherry pick gone wrong. Subscribe, like, share the videos. See y'all on the next one.